All right, people. This is Church of the Undead. This is our video series Get in Gear, and we are learning to drive. My name's Steve, and I'm here every week, usually on Mondays. Actually, it's been Monday every week, so I don't know why I say usually, but so I'm live here on Mondays every week, and we're going through this series Get in Gear D.R.I.V.E. D.R.I.V.E. You can see it on the chalkboard here behind me. And we've been going step by step through a process of learning to drive. And you can see we're not talking about driving a car, although I've used that illustration in previous weeks. But we're talking about different things in life that we can use to help us move forward, to help us find direction in life, and help us have the encouragement that we need to take that step of faith sometimes. So, as you can see here, we're spelling out the word drive, destination, revelation, inspiration, and we're going to talk about verification today. And I hope I spelled that right. All right, so verification. And that's kind of a strange word to use in this sequence here, but if you think about it, when we're trying to make a decision in life on moving forward, on making the next move in life, sometimes decisions are pretty big deals. And if we make the wrong decision, sometimes it could send us down the wrong path, and it might be hard to get back on track. So somewhere along the way, when we are in the middle of making a decision in life, it's a good idea to look for verification that you're going the right direction. Now, in the Christian church or in the Christian faith, we use a word called confirmation. God will confirm in our hearts certain things that He wants us to do, or a direction He wants us to go, or decision He wants us to make. And He'll give us confirmation. It might be a Bible verse that speaks directly to that situation that you're in, and it just gives you that sense that, yeah, I'm going in the right direction. Confirmation. Or it might be a word of encouragement from a friend of yours, or a particular opportunity that might open up that just makes sense that the direction that you're going in is the right direction to be. And sometimes doors of opportunity open up to us, and it's pretty obvious that the decision we need to make is right in front of us, and that we can look at that as verification that, yeah, we're going in the right direction. Now, at the beginning of our series several weeks ago, we talked about destination. And whenever you're planning a trip, anytime you're planning a trip, you're going somewhere, you have a destination in mind, but you need to know where you're starting from and where you're going to in order to plan out that trip. Now, we have GPS units and GPS maps on our phones, and it makes it pretty easy now to find our way when we're taking a physical trip somewhere. But when we're trying to make a decision in life, and we're trying to make the right decision and go in the right direction to meet the goals that God has set for us, we need to know where we're starting from, and we need to know where that destination is. And along the way, it's a good practice to have verification that you're going in the right direction. Now, we do that all the time whenever we're driving down the road, especially if we're in an area that we're unfamiliar with. Life can be like that sometimes, right? You can be going through things that you've never had to deal with before, and you're in unfamiliar territory. So what do we do whenever we're driving down the road and we're in unfamiliar territory? We're not quite sure where we're at or if we're going in the right direction. What do we look for? We look for signs along the road, direction signs. Maybe the name of the road that you're on, maybe the number of the road that you're on, maybe the direction that you're going in, whether it's north, south, east, or west. If you know the general direction that you need to be traveling in, you can pretty much find your way to where you want to go whenever you're physically driving somewhere that's unfamiliar. Or you might be looking for landmarks along the way, maybe certain buildings or certain things along the highway that designate where you are is where you think you are, right? That's the same way with verification or confirmation. Whenever we're going through life and we're not quite sure we're in the right place, we can ask God for verification. Now, He might tell us, nope, you took the wrong turn back there, so you're headed the wrong way. You need to turn around and recalculate and get yourself back on track. So it's a good practice, a good habit to get into as you're traveling through life and making these big life-changing decisions, to just stop once in a while and get your bearings and get verification of where you are, so that you don't go too far out of your planned route. Okay? So, do you see how we're trying to make the connection between traveling and driving and going on a trip, making a destination, and making decisions in life? It's all pretty much the same process. It takes time to get from point A to point B. It takes time to get from one place in your life to another place in your life. Sometimes we get too anxious and we drive a little bit too fast through life. And sometimes we might miss a turn, or we might miss an opportunity, or we might miss the path that we're supposed to be on. So get in the habit of looking for verification as you travel through life. Just stop and ask God, am I going the right direction? Am I where I'm supposed to be? If not, please help me redirect or recalculate my route, just like we do with GPS, right? So hopefully this helps you a little bit. If you've missed our other live video episodes in our series, I forgot to turn on my message notifications there. But if you'd like to leave me a message or ask a question, or maybe give me an idea, a topic of something you'd like to talk about, you can drop me a message here anytime, even if you're not watching live, if you're watching a recorded video. But if you've missed our previous episodes, you can go back and watch them. They're on our Church of the Undead page. Just scroll down through. I think I have them posted at the top of the page there, so you can kind of watch them in series. And once we get done with our Drive series, D.R.I.V.E, I have some plans for some things in the future that we'll be doing, some neat different things. And so hopefully you can come along with me on this journey, and hopefully you'll get some encouragement out of it as well. So we're going to sign off on out of here, and just think about these things we've talked about in our Get in Gear series here at Church of the Undead. If you like what we're doing here, hit that follow button, share our page on your social media, and I want to try to build up an audience so that we can have as much impact as possible in our world today. Things can get a little crazy out there, and sometimes we need just a little bit of word of encouragement. And so that's what I'm trying to do here at Church of the Undead. So my name's Steve, and we will tune back in here next week for the final episode in our series. And I'm going to try to turn some music back on just like that. So check us out, Church of the Undead. We've got all kinds of cool stuff happening there. All kinds of things coming up in the future. See ya.